Who was Denise? Will you also recap?
Let's see. Trying to remember. I want to say that last time we started out after leaving the spider web cave kind of thingy. And we continued onward on the staircase. Up, down is relative. Where we finally got to the flower. I think it was flowers, right? We were looking for with the NPC.
Yeah.
And it turns out he had promised to help us, but he thought he only just had to get the flowers, so he got stuck with us for longer. And that's when he got his bow taken. His nicer bow was taken by... Oh my gosh.
Dan.
Taken is such
Sketchy
a brutish word.
There's nothing.
It was requested and given in good faith.
Requested in such a way as to the answer could not possibly be no without violating his agreement with a god.
That works.
Hey, he made the agreement.
Yeah, well, Dan got a better bow out of it. And then, suffice to say, he ended up having to use it a lot over the course of a long, drawn-out battle with weird creatures, which prior to that had instruments that scared some of us, and then they were kicked down off the staircase at some point. And then I think I can't remember where we ended. Oh my gosh. You're asking me questions I can't remember.
No, that's good. I agree with all of that. That is what happened. And all that ended after that long battle, you had two options. You had two staircases. And the big dilemma was, what do you do? And you guys picked one of the staircases and you went up it and it collapsed. And now you're like, okay, are we going to try to keep going up this damaged staircase, or are we going to go up the other way? Because it's going to take like a better part of a day to loop back. Because the staircases, they take a long time to like get from landing to landing, several hours. And that's where we are right now. Let's see here.
I believe our most popular plan was to have the chaotic evil air genie hover us as if the stairs were still there to the other side of the large gap.
Well, that was before we realized that Faith had wings. And also, how dare you? I'm totally not evil. And but before we get started, I think it'd be a good idea to remind everyone of Din's 3 rules for surviving the staircase.
Which is why I didn't mention my wings.
Din's rules for surviving the staircase. Number 1, don't leave the staircase. Din's rules for surviving the staircase. Number 2, don't teleport on the staircase. Din's rules for surviving the staircase. Number 3, don't destroy the staircase. And
I will very politely remind you that you're the one who came up with the idea to leave the staircase at the end of last session.
And most importantly, Din's rule for surviving the staircase. Number 0, rules are meant to be broken. Now, does anyone have 1,000 ball bearings?
Why do you need 1,000 ball bearings?
Because some people don't read chat, apparently. Answer the question.
Yes to both of those things.
All right. we need to throw individual ball bearings across this gap in order to find out if there are any tears in reality.
I am
If
just
the
gonna
ball-
give him 200. I'm gonna give everyone 250 ball bearings, and let's just do this as a group.
All right, let's just start pelting the other side with ball bearings.
You start to pelt the other side with ball bearings, and you guys have a great time, and it's a relief. It's kind of fun, actually, and they just bounce off the stairs and go through the air without a problem. You watch them bounce on the other end onto the stairs. And then something else happens as you guys start having fun with it, and you start throwing these pellets. It's almost like as you turn away and you look at each other at certain points and you look back, it's almost as if portions of the staircase that were destroyed are not as bad as you thought.
Are by chance the ball bearings that are falling down landing on stairs?
No, it's not. It's not like, in repair, but you just get that impression. You get the impression that after moving your attention away for just a moment and then bringing it back to the stairs are in better condition than you thought. But anyways, nothing goes into a planar fold.
All right, well, there we go. If we wanna get across, if we want to continue on this path, we could get float across by faith, or we could double back. Whatever you guys are feeling.
Well, I probably can't carry all of you, I imagine. So I'm gonna grab Set, because that should be easy.
What's
Sorry.
the chances that this staircase is still here, and we can just walk across it? If it looks like it's in better condition.
It doesn't look like it's there visually. Do you go and try to see if you touch it, like if it's invisible or something like that? And the ball bearings, they're just falling. Like, if you take a ball bearing and you throw it where the staircase isn't there, it just falls. You just have the impression that it didn't seem as... I thought it was worse than this. That's all. But anyways, okay, so Faith is taking Set, and how are Din and Titania getting across?
I guess question about that. How far across is this, I guess, gap?
Probably 20 feet.
Oh, never mind.
Hey, Faith, could you come back and get the rest of us?
That's up to the DM, because there are technically rules to my wings that he didn't know about in advance before I changed races.
Isn't it just something like you have a certain amount of movement and you can use it once a day for Radiant Heart or Radiant Aura or whatever it is?
Radiant Soul for once per long rest as an action, and it lasts for 1 minute.
Oh, okay. I thought you just had wings. I was misled.
It's no problem if you wanted to do it. Faith's wings gloriously spread out from behind her, and she's able to ferry people across.
I will do that.
And when you all get across, you have no problem making it across. When you get across, one of you looks back and you notice all of a sudden the stairs have reconstructed.
Oh, thanks for that, Stairs.
Wait, so when I take Set across, we turn around and it's done, or when we're all across?
Yeah, once you're all across, but then somebody turns back and looks. It's almost like, and I'll say this happens to Din. Then you make it across, and you clearly see that the stairs are destroyed. You get across, you're doing stuff you need to do, and you just glance back, and all of a sudden it's like it never happened. And the stairs are there.
Well, that's handy if we need to return this way.
Alright, what do you all do?
Let's just shrug it off and continue forward.
Alright. Sean's like, I wish I didn't have to use that ability because...
I mean, no, I'm not bothered by that. I feel like something bad's gonna happen now. I feel like you're gonna remember this. Ross will remember this.
Well, I feel bad. If I knew you were using that ability, I totally would have used levitate. I thought you just had wings.
For aesthetic purposes and to match the lore of why I change races, the answer is yes.
Oh, okay.
But they still function the same.
I'll reveal kind of off to the side here as well some just areas. It's just kind of this landing and area kind of goes off into space. You see on this landing there is a door here, and then the stairs just simply end right here. Yeah. What do you do? And
I very carefully stuffed meatloaf in my face.
it ends just like absolutely just in space, like it doesn't keep going at all. I'll kind of reveal some more here.
So we climbed a staircase and got over a broken part of the staircase, and now we're at another broken part of the staircase that we can't cross.
And it discontinues, like the stairs just go off into space and just completely discontinues. You do have a landing here and a door.
What does the door look like?
That is a great question. Let me see how I can describe this. This one. These books and their word salad. I would describe it like, and it would be easy if it were easy to describe. I would say that the best way to describe this area here is that you have like kind of this earthen staircase that all of a sudden goes into a kind of stone and metal, and there are bulbous geometric shapes to the geodes on the floor that meld into metal, and on the door it takes on a wavy kind of out of character. I would describe it as alien appearance. Like there's no race in the prime material plane den that has a that uses architecture or design this way.
It doesn't remind me of the little annoying geometric people.
No.
Oh, interesting.
There are dark colors, violets, shimmering and reflective ebonies, and geodes that bulb out of the ground in different places. And the best word I can use to describe it in or out of character is alien.
Yeah, sounds like this door leads to the Covenant, which is not what we're looking for.
I was about to say, does it lead to Clockwork City?
More alien than Clockwork City. Covenant is a bit closer, but maybe a little more alien.
More alien than the pinnacle of alien.
Yeah, but what do you all do, like, and what do you say to each other when you get on this landing?
Well, shit.
And they'll say, well, yeah, looks like that's not where we're going.
When you say that, let's see what you all would do. Someone comes out of the door.
Uh-oh.
And walks towards you. She says, hello, visitors.
Hello,
I'll do a little
strange
bow.
robed masked person.
I am Chavanestra, a good and devout follower of Athena, have what brings you so far on the staircase? It is dangerous here.
We seek to clear some of that danger at the whim of my own deity, Helm.
Oh, a fellow sister then. Well, if you would have me, I would at least like to accompany you.
I don't see why not.
Oh, very good. I'm so glad to hear that. You know, and, yeah, what do you all do? Do you stay, do you check out the door? Do you go up the stairs? Do you start going back down the stairs? Or you stay on the landing? What do you do?
I mean, I was just gonna ask her point blank about the door, like, what's up with this strange door?
And actually, at this point, you actually see Huloth, and he is looking at the door and kind of feeling its alien edges, and he says, "This is the place from when my brothers came with me weeks ago. This was where we were enslaved all of those centuries."
Is she one of the people that did it?
I have never seen her. And
Okay.
Shavanistra says, yes, actually, this is an illithid city. I do not recommend that we tarry here for long. It leads to the city of Epstemius, a slave city of the illithids.
Alright, you know how to make the staircase go?
Pardon me, make the staircase go?
Yeah, it just kinda... I was gonna, like, look up at it and, like... doesn't.
Oh, yes. It discontinues here. It seems that the lack of creativity of mortal beings on the material plane has led to its disarray here.
I'm gonna clap Din on the shoulder, but then I'm also gonna, like, squeeze just a little too hard and be like, well,
Ow, ow, ow.
let's go get those ball bearings back, shall we?
The ball bearings are gone for sure. They fell off the stairs. Shavanistra joins your now little army, and as she's walking, she fawns over Athena. She's like, "Lady of beauty, of love, help us!" And I had 3 sisters, you see, and she's talking to Faith, like, as you're walking along. She stays next to Faith, like right next to you, and she just, like, keeps kind of talking to you. She's shorter than you, and she's like, "I had 3 sisters. They served me. They served me. Athena chose them to. They were my servants. No matter what they say, they were my servants."
Yeah, I've never had any serpents. I'm okay with that. Wait, does he count? I just look at Din again.
One of the sisters, though, she turned against me, and turned the others against me too. And now she's my enemy, and the enemy of Athena, my lady. No one understands. And takes you several hours of walking. You said that you were going back to where the ball bearings were, actually. When you get back to there, yeah, the ball bearings, when you throw them, the physics of it worked normally. Like, you threw it to the stairs, they would bounce off the stairs and then just fall. So,
I know, I was just poking fun at him.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't mean for us to stop there. Like, there's nothing to do there. We gotta keep going.
When you get back down to this landing, you still see all these festering dead bodies of these gross mutated creatures and blue mushrooms everywhere. And Shavanistra says, "Oh my, what happened here?"
Some evil mutated wormy arm guys and some evil little imp dudes with evil instruments making everybody confused. It was a whole thing. We had to just, put a stop to it.
I see. Well that you did. Do you know what is causing this problem with the staircase?
No, but I think it's going to have something to do with these blue mushrooms that are everywhere, because things seem to get worse the more of them there are.
Yes. It is sort of related in a way. And, what do you do? Actually, you're here on this landing.
I mean, unless anyone has any reason not to, I'm going to go up the other staircase.
Alright, you go up the stairs, get rid of some of this. I'll show you what you see up here. Polygon reveal. Nope. Okay.
I will say, I guess at some point during the walk down, Titania will go over to Faith and kind of whisper to her, "Great job up there. I love what you said to Dan," and just pat her on her. I guess with how, I don't know how tall you are, Faith, but like I'm kind of tiny, so I guess however far up, maybe your hip.
I am 5'8". I know
Yeah.
he made me sound like a giant.
Well, I'm kind of tiny, so a little rabbit. So I guess I pat your waist like a good show.
I pat her on her little bunny head. Yeah, he had that coming.
Thought he did. Thought he did.
Let's see here.
Oh, now I gotta zoom in on something here. What is this? That is an old man.
Mm-hmm.
It is an old man.
Old man Winter, we meet again.
Let's see. When you climb the staircase, you do see an old man there, and he has his back turned to you, and he's on his knees. You see another landing here with stairs going up to your right, and stairs going up straight ahead, and a doorway, and this looks like flagstone, the material of the landing, and the door is made of stone that is cut well, as it would be in a well-to-do city. The man is motionless on his knees with his back to you.
Alright, I see the mushrooms are around that door, but don't seem to go up either of the stairs. Is this where I need to be? Possibly?
I'm not sure how you would know that or not. But I not to hide anything from you. You can see mushrooms further up these stairs.
Oh, okay.
And,
Never mind then.
And also up these stairs.
I also don't know why I suddenly think the mushrooms are important indicators of that, but... Well, I'm gonna go ahead and not take the staircase on the right this time, because that ended last time, so... I'm thinking ignore the old man and door and take this other staircase?
As you come up onto the landing and go toward that staircase, the man does raise to his feet and turns around and faces you. He says, "You have destroyed my armies. They were in my keeping."
You mean the little evil guys with the evil musical instruments?
They were my soldiers. My warriors.
They were evil.
I was appointed by Gozag, General of the armies of the Void. And as my last duty, you will not pass this place.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're evil too, and then I'm just gonna, prepare for battle.
Are you going to fight him?
I mean, we just killed his army, so I don't imagine he's gonna let us go without fighting him.
Are you going to fight him alone, or is everybody going to just beat the crap out of him like an old man in an alleyway?
I mean, I'm good with dueling him unless everybody just wants to slaughter an old man as a group. Feel really proud of ourselves.
All right.
No?
I'll help.
All right.
At this point, I don't really trust anything on the staircase, so I'm totally cool with a slaughter.
Okay.
All right,
I
5 on.
am the
No,
moral
wait.
center of this group.
No, you're not. Sorry.
Okay, everybody roll for initiative.
8.
19.
20.
18.
Okay, Titania, you are first.
Okay.
I guess I should put everybody's tokens back here.
Well, I mean,
If you think the fight will be that long.
I guess I'm
We
just
need to know
gonna
who this
do.
guy is. Sorry, go ahead.
I guess I'm gonna do a firebolt at him.
Okay.
13.
13. It slams into his armor and does nothing. You said 13, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody should be able to move their tokens.
Yeah, and I can only do one thing, so I guess I'm done.
All right. Din.
Well, yeah, I guess it really is my turn. I guess we're murdering this old dude, right? Wow, that's just a great way to make himself feel good about himself. Let's see. I've got a rangefinder tool around here somewhere. All right. I'll move strategically away from him. And, you know what? Yeah, sure, no, I'll kill him. Why not? I would like to planar warrior him and then shoot at him.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
It does not.
Oh man, we're so screwed. I'll shoot at him again. I don't suppose a 15 hits.
It does not.
I'll say, good luck, Faith.
Okay, that makes it Set's turn.
Okay, well, I guess, thing that I have to get close to hit him, which is probably gonna hurt. So I'm gonna move up to him. And I'm gonna take a swing at him with my staff. Okay, that'll be 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
Okay, cool. Alright, let's do... Ooh, nice. 11 points of damage.
All right.
And then I'm gonna spend a key point. And I will take 2 additional strikes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that does not hit. I rolled a 4 and a 5, so those are both gonna miss.
You have to beat a 20, just so everybody has the number. There's one opponent.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay. That makes it his turn. Set, since you're up there, he's gonna fight you.
Shit.
All right. Let's see here. Does a 21 hit?
Probably, yeah.
All right. You take 12 points of damage. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
You take 7 points of damage. And he ends his turn, and that makes it Faith's turn.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna come up here on him. And, let's see. Wow, that's not great. And also not... How did I do that twice? I just rolled 2 3+7s.
The old man surprises you, and he brings out his two-handed axe and starts parrying all of your blows and fending off both Set and Faith and the arrows of Din all at the same time. Anything else?
Cool. Yes, I do have one other thing I'm gonna do because this is insane, and how dare he. Where's my button for it? Here it is. And that's not gonna help either, but now I have a spiritual weapon on the field.
The glove appears in the air.
The pimp hand of Helm is strong, but missed verily.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm out.
Titania.
Well, let's see. He'll be out, frostbite. So that's a con save of 13.
All right. He fails.
Alrighty. That is 2d6.
Uloth. Actually, I'll do Hair Dayless in a second. But Uloth stands back, his arms
6,
crossed, refusing to fight.
That's 9 damage.
All right.
And disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of I guess its next turn.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Oh yeah, Chauvinistra is here as well. Whoa. Yeah.
Don't make her roll.
What the NPCs do? Are all the NPCs just doing nothing?
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot to do Chauvinistra in Hair Dayless. Thank you. Both of those hit. Good job, Hair Dayless. And then she's going to cast some spells. Hair Dayless fires an arrow, 2 arrows striking into him, and she casts Firebolt. And come on. Let's see. Doing 1 damage. Great. Anyways, yeah, and that makes it Din's turn.
All right. I think I'm gonna planar warrior him and shoot him a few times.
All right.
Attempt to shoot him a few times. All right. I assume a 15 doesn't hit, or an 11.
Yeah, he's actually like striking your arrows out of the air, as he's also fending off Set and Faith's spiritual weapon and spell attacks and everything.
Well, the good news is I don't feel so bad about attacking him anymore. The bad news is this is just demoralizing.
And Set.
Alright, we'll take another swing at him. And yeah, that's a, what is it, 22.
22 hits.
And it's 8 damage.
All right.
And then I will burn another key point. And take 2 more attacks on his ass. His old ass. Shit. Nope. Missed both of them. That's it.
All right. And that's his turn. And seeing another opponent, Faith, as you're starting to try to fight him, he's just trying to fend off all of your attacks and parry them and everything, and he's succeeding, but he's also going to try to attack you now. Bumped it. It was interesting. He got a nat 20 on one, so let's see. That is 16 damage. Critical. And that is his turn. And that makes it your turn, Faith.
What damage type was it?
Slashing damage.
Okay, and then is he undead?
Actually, it's magical, so I don't know if that matters.
No, neither one of those matters in the end.
Oh, okay.
But basically, am I lighthousing right now, or?
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's a great point. Thanks for bringing that up. Your helm of radiance has gone off, and it's shining brightly.
All right.
Can you
Well, then
remind me
he should
just-
also take
Yeah, that's right.
3 radiant damage for this turn, and I mean I can roll again for last turn, or just give him another 3 if you want.
Yeah. Do roll for the last turn as well, so I can.
5. So 8 radiant damage.
All right, yeah. Under as you approach him, and your helm like all of a sudden like lights up with bright light and it's blinding everybody, and it starts searing him. You can actually see him like starting to grunt through perceived pain. His ethereal like bluish form that he has.
All right, I'm gonna try this again now here, and a smacky smack with a 25 and a dirty 20.
That all does.
Those both hit.
Yep.
All right, that'll be. Let's see here. 12 slashing for one of them, but then on the other one, I want to add Divine Smite to it.
All right.
So that's, let's see, 2d8, 3d8 because he's undead, and +1 for every slot above first up to 5. Okay, so whatever I roll plus 5d8, so 6d8 plus 5, okay. So that's gonna be 31 damage. That's mostly radiant and a little slashing.
I think it all kind of happens at once. Like you all start fighting this guy, and he's doing really well, and he's parrying all of your blows and literally striking Din's arrows out of the air and everything. And then like he spins around and strikes Faith, and like actually just like gets a oh, did you just do that? Like from Faith, and then all of a sudden Faith, your like wings like shoot out and your helm comes on, and then like holy power like charges through your weapon, and you just smite him down. And in his last words, as he starts to just fade into nothing, he says, "I was a general." And that's it. You all have slain your first Einherjar. Einherjar?
I am going to immediately turn to
Einherjar, I think actually.
I can't remember how to pronounce his name all of a sudden. Huloth. Why was I adding letters in that name in my head for some reason? I'm gonna immediately turn to Huloth and be like, okay, so why weren't you fighting?
This
Like, no judgment, but
This was not an honorable battle. He was long defeated in his heart. And like, and he starts looking around like, which staircase is he gonna go up?
fair enough. I mean, he did send those other little minion dudes to try and kill us earlier, but
That was a mercy killing as far as I'm concerned. It was well deserved. He was in our way. And I'm hurt.
like hurt by what he said, or you need healing.
Yeah, not my feelings. I'll
Okay.
remind you
I
that.
just wanted to be clear.
His feelings are of steel.
I will lay on hands that. How much do you need?
Well, I'm max at 59. I'm at 34 right now, so.
So literally 25, which is what I can give you. So I will give
Sweet.
Set all the 25 healings.
Thank you, my friend.
All right.
Hey, while we're doing bookkeeping, Mr. Dungeon Master, I forgot to do this last session. Because I was trying to save it for a not inconvenient time, but I've been shooting arrows. How many of them can I recover?
Oh, roll a d100.
All right. I have fired, since I last was keeping track, 10 arrows.
Okay.
I have rolled an 11.
You find 2 arrows.
Hey, look at me.
That's 2 more than you had.
Unthra, like, shattered many of them, so there's that.
Did he, like, drop anything when he died? Just out of curiosity.
He did. I'm glad you
Oro.
brought that up. The one thing that fell to the ground as he died, he simply disappeared into nothingness except for his 2-handed axe.
I would like to hold that thought. I want to cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself,
Okay.
and then try grabbing it.
You're able to grab it. It doesn't seem to cause you any problems. You don't sense any evil from it. It has a almost spectral bluish tint to it in the same way he had, and yet it is solid in your hands. It's clearly magical.
Alright. For now, I'm going to shove it in the bag of holding.
All right.
And then, as I was doing that, I point at the stairs that are not on the right, and I'm like, so those ones, guys? Or... and then head that way.
All right. You start heading up the stairs. I'm going to say your protection from good and evil, for now, it's still active. Okay. But it does bring you close to... How long does it last, actually? Protection from versus good and evil?
Up to 10 minutes. Concentration.
10 minutes. Okay. It's probably only going to last right up at the top of this landing, and then a little bit more. That's kind of stretching it, but I'll say that. This landing is huge. And, let's see here. Let me see. Give me just a second here. Okay. It is covered in blue mushrooms. There is a door here, and the door is itself... No, that's not right. I'm missing a handout, so I gotta actually look something up real quick. Ah. Yeah, that's right. This whole place is covered in twisted vines with a kind of red, angry hue to them, and they seem to be emitting a vapor, and it's hot here. And the door itself is made of these twisted and mangled vines. And you see the staircase over here also mangled up into this almost kind of like how the spider's nest was, where it's sort of an enclosure, but it's just a mass of material that was once the staircase, just like jumbled up together. But there is a path going into it, and then you see beyond that what may have been another platform, but you see a man up at the top, and he looks down and he yells. He says, let's see here. He says, hey, please help me. Oh gods, Shavanistra, that crazy woman is with you. Well, never mind, please help me. And Shavanistra is like, Orium, my love. Crazy woman?
Alright, I'm curious about this, but he's more scared of whatever he's got up there than he is of what he's referring to as crazy old woman, so... I don't know, what do you guys think? How do we go about helping a guy? Without breaking Din's 4 rules.
Let's ask him what his problem is. What's he need help with? Maybe we can just throw him something.
I'm trapped up on this platform. The fiend that was drawn here, Shavanistra, drew it here. Through that doorway, through her spells. It ruined the staircase here. And Shavanistra is like, looks and she's like, it was an accident.
What doorway?
Yeah, she drew this, but anyways, he points toward that doorway, that's right. Wait, what did you say, Kevin?
Well, I would say same thing. What doorway?
And he points down to this mass of stuff. He's like, the demon, it's in there. It's the only way that I can make it through without going through a planar pocket. Why, on this platform, it goes into Everwatch, and I have no hope of surviving here. Please help me down.
Well, I mean, we're kind of here to kill the thing that's in there. Would you just be willing to wait that out while we do that?
I don't see any other way.
Alright, well, you guys ready for more battle?
Okay, if she brought that thing out of the doorway, and she bring that thing out of them stairs and bring it out here on this platform, maybe we have a little better chance out here. Seems like we're walking into a spider's web.
Well, and I'm gonna kind of like look right at her and be like, so, you gonna help fix this issue that it sounds like you created?
As you all were talking to him, she's backed away and from the group and suddenly disappears.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to be the person who points out that the obviously evil person we picked up is obviously evil, but you guys are terrible judges of character, and I'm just like putting that out there into the ether.
I mean, what was I gonna do? Piss her off and start a fight 2 platforms ago?
You could say no.
Huloth says, I agree with the air genie.
Okay, I changed my mind. He has great taste in character. The rest of you, though,
I mean, I thought he did, and then he agreed with you. And that kind of makes me rethink my decisions, but...
Hey, I've been nothing but right this whole time.
We knew we were coming to fight this thing regardless, and whatever evil she may have been, she left instead of trying to kill us, so...
I mean, are you sure this is the thing that you're here to kill? It could just be a random assorted demon. That's how the staircase works.
You
There's
could
just
be
a lot
right,
of evil
but...
here.
I mean, I don't know.
I feel like everybody could make an insight check. I'm thinking it's really some Din and Faith stuff. But
Alright,
everybody can make a roll for it.
26.
Yeah.
5.
5, okay, Din. Maybe Din's just pissed off at this point.
Or great.
I rolled a 21.
21. Okay, I think I have an idea what Titania.
Everyone except Din.
And 24.
Oh man, yeah.
Literally.
And we are the bad judge of character.
I'm gonna look straight at Din and be like, "You have awful situational awareness for somebody who has such a great judge of character."
I think this is what you all notice and see. The first thing is that it's just a really common sense thing for Set, like you all are talking and Din's talking, and then Set looks up and he can see what is like an obviously holy glowing door, you know, like with holy light pouring out of it. And someone mentioned Everwatch before, right? Or did I make that up? Like during the adventure so far, it was mentioned. I'm pretty sure it was mentioned by someone on the staircase, by the Lilindi. The Lilindi, I think, mentioned it. That if someone who was unworthy approached Everwatch, they would be annihilated.
I must have just not thought that was an important note to receive, I guess. I don't know.
Also, Everwatch is like the home of hell. But Set, like, notices, like, okay, well, there's obviously, like, this, you know, you've seen this stuff from Faith, like, 1,000 times. This holy, like, glowing, radiant energy pouring out of this doorway, you know. I think, Faith, you probably sense, you sense energy. Do you have, what is it, divine sense? Don't use it, that's not what I'm saying. You don't have to use your divine sense, but I think some things are really obvious.
Have the ability.
Okay, and with that, you can sense celestials, fiends, undead, and fae, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that energy swirls around you. It almost makes you dizzy. You sense overwhelming evil coming from this door, and there's something, you know, that this is like an evil place, like, and whatever's in there is evil. But then you sense an energy that you haven't dealt with as much, and it's obviously fae. Titania, I think your senses notice on the platform down below you, on the other stairwell, like while you all were talking, that there are growths of plants that you see on it, and you've never seen plants on any of the platforms you've seen so far. They're swarming and taking over the platform, and they're the plants of the other world.
I guess during all that, her ears would be like twitching. Her nose is kind of twitching too, like and her head's cocking to the side, like, am I seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah, it's like, so you have this platform, you're looking down, and yeah, there's this other platform down there from where you all came, from the other stairs, and it's like got trees and vibrant bushes and stuff on it.
Is that a door over there too?
Yeah, and it has a door.
Would I guess because it are plants from the other world, would I maybe recognize that door?
The doorway is covered, well, it's probably too far away to like be able to see like details about the door.
I think she kind of means like, do the plants give it away?
Now, like, that would be the door that goes to
Where the plants are coming from.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that does seem obvious.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna walk up like this direction here, and if I get close enough without anything happening, I'm gonna launch a sacred flame just into the pit of stuff and try to get the attention of whatever.
Oh, really?
I mean, unless somebody's got a better idea and stops me real quick, like.
My better idea is casting
No,
protection
no.
from good and evil on Set.
You couldn't even figure out that we're at the end of this adventure right now with this evil door and really good holy door, and you shush.
No, I'm not
with your judge
stopping you.
character.
You go ahead, right into the jaws of the beast. Go for it. I'm all about it. Moral support right here. Din's your fan club. And I protection from good and evil set.
It's really nice. Set keeps being beat up, and I'm really starting to feel that like the tank is the most thankless job in the game.
Well, I'm the only one that has to get up to the freaking thing's airway to hit him. And
Yeah,
then...
being the tank is especially thankless when you're not the tank.
All right.
I mean,
Glad I can help.
If you're casting
yeah, I have
Sacred
the option
Flame
of
into
range,
there,
but I just ran up there.
we're definitely gonna get everybody's tokens out.
Holy crap.
And some stuff will happen.
What does that protection do for me?
Faith posted, or bleh,
Yep,
Sean
I'm reading
posted it in Roll20, so you got the full
And
description there.
If you guys have
Yep,
a
reading
status
it.
effect that grants advantage or disadvantage or something like that, please remind me. Like, don't let me, you know what I mean? Do please remind me of that. Status
Yeah,
effects and stuff, they gets to be a lot of them, so.
Those blurbs just happen when I click cast in Roll20 or at D&D Beyond.
Yep, that also did the thing for me, and I also did the wrong thing. Let's sort that out. All right, there we go. Look at that.
Faith
Good
is
to go.
obviously up front here, and then you hear a roaring sound and screaming. It sounds garbled and crazy, and then all of a sudden, something pours out from this tangle of like debris and stuff. Let me find it. It has the shape of the demon that you all fought in the Castle Avernspire. But it has a different color to it, and it looks erratic. Like it looks like it's just out of its mind. Everybody can roll for initiative.
14.
25.
9.
Titania, what did you get?
25.
25. Okay. And
Because I have plus
23.
8. I have plus 8 to initiative.
nice. And you got a 7. So the first person able to act is Titania.
Okie dokie. So I would like to, I guess, cast a firebolt on it.
All right. Roll to hit.
Oh, 16 plus 5. 21.
21 does hit.
Alright, that's a 2d10. 2d10. Oh, 7 points of fire damage.
He instead takes 3 points of fire damage, and the fire slams into him. It seems to do very little.
I guess I would then just turn around and just say, well, fire damage does nothing. Very little damage, so if you want to use fire, don't do it. And I'll just, I guess... Oh, let me change my welcome to... I'll back up just a hair. And I'll...
I see what you did there.
Really? All right. Let's see here. All right, that makes it Din's turn.
Set go.
Oh, sorry, I have the wrong. Set. Let me get rid of the.
I think I'm at the bottom.
Yeah, set.
Okay, well, not that I'm really anxious. I'm getting going, but, alright, well, I guess I'm going to rush right in. Take a swing at him.
All right.
Shit. Let's see. 16 to hit.
16 misses. You just punch into it, and it does nothing, and he just roars down into your face as you punch into him.
Alright, well, I'm going to spend a key point and take 2 more attacks on him.
All
This
right.
one. That would be 18 is the best I got.
Hits.
18 hits? Okay. How about 6 points of damage?
Is this a magical attack? I can't remember.
No. Just a straight up smacking him with my stick.
It seems
Isn't set at the level where monk punches get magical? I remember you were punching ghosts not that long ago.
Not that I'm aware of, but
I
I'll
can't
have
remember.
to look into that.
Well, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that they're magical attacks. I don't want to shortchange you that. I don't want to spend time looking it up out of the book. What level were you? Like level 8 or 9 or something?
Yeah.
Level 6
8.
monks' unarmed melee attacks bypass resistances as if they're magical weapons.
Yeah, your fists are magic, bro.
Okay. I'm a level 8, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah, so you start punching into this thing, and you can feel its demonic flesh begin to give and crack and bruise underneath your blows as this thing towers over you. And it's Faith's turn.
Alright. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is not run up to it yet. I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead at it, which is a Wisdom 16 save.
It has advantage.
Ah, crap.
Um,
Well, neither of those pass unless it's got a really good modifier, I guess.
it does.
Crap.
9. What is it got to save against?
16.
It gets a 16. It passes.
Damn.
It has a +7.
And well, I guess then I'm gonna like run up and with my amazing bonus action, I believe. Let me double check and make sure I'm not talking out of my ass here. Yes, with my amazing bonus action, I'm going to smack Set on the back and give him my Shield of Faith if I can find the button for it, because I can't find the button for it. But yes, I give him that, so he gets +2 to AC for however long that goes.
Nice. Okay.
10 minutes.
I will say that your protection versus evil and good is still good as well, Faith. And then Set, you also have it, so don't let me forget that. So you should have disadvantage on attacks, right? Am I crazy?
That sounds accurate to me.
Okay. All right.
Correct.
Anything else, Faith?
Is it like straight up a demon, or is it just undead, or what's the deal here?
This looks exactly like the demon that you fought in Castle Avernspire, except it is a different color and acting like it is out of its mind and feral.
So it's definitely not undead.
It is not undead.
Okay. Then no, I'm good.
All right. Then
All right, I'm going to take a few... That's the wrong button. I'm going to take a few steps closer to the center of this platform, just to be careful. And then I think I'm going to planar warrior it, because I'm within 30 feet, and I'm going to shoot at it a few times.
all right.
Let's see here. Does a natural 20 hit?
It sure does.
You love to see it. And does a 23 hit?
23 also hits.
All right, so natural 20. That doubles all of the assorted dice, right? Or just the weapon attack
Yeah,
dice?
doubles the dice. Yeah. Roll the damage dice twice.
For just the weapon attack, or for everything associated with the attack?
It's just double the. So if you usually roll 1d6 and add 3, you can instead roll 2d6 and add 3. I'll double check. I don't want to shortchange you.
I assume it's some degree of complicated. Longbow damage for the crit is 17 magical piercing damage, because it's a magical bow.
All right. Cool. Nice. Good point for bringing that up.
And then I'll use favored foe on it, which does 3 of the same damage.
Okay.
And it's all going to be stupidly complicated. And Planar Warrior does an extra 2 force damage, and also converts everything to force damage, if that matters.
Okay.
Now that matters.
Nice.
And then the second attack does 9 magical piercing damage. And yes. And I end my turn.
So like all these arrows are magical now, basically, as you start to, as you bear down on your planar.
The first
quarry.
one's super magical, and the second one is regular magical.
Den is going to try to get a trophy from this. All these magical arrows are flying into this thing and striking it. Remind me later. Let's see. That makes it its turn, and these people are all crowded together.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
Huloth, Herdalis, Titania, and Din will all make a wisdom saving throw.
Bro. 9.
9.
6.
6. All fails. Let's see how they do.
Remember me as I was.
They also fail. And
Said
so, you all roll a d10, please.
3.
A 3. You cannot move or take actions on your turn at the start of the next turn.
6.
You'll have to do a wisdom saving throw on your next turn. Please remind me. And then roll a d10 again. A 6, same thing. You do not take actions on your turn. The next turn, wisdom saving throw, remind me, in d10. And then they got...
So do I have to do... Will I have to do a roll a d10 on my next turn, even though I can't move?
On your next turn, you'll do a wisdom saving throw first, and you see if you break out of it. And then, and if you... but anyways, you all see visions of horrible demonic things and torments. Yeah, that is suddenly what you slip into. It's almost like you're in the abyss itself for a while. And all of these people behind you, Faith and Set, all of a sudden just start, they just stop and they're dazed and looking straight ahead and they're doing nothing. And he's not done. He is now going to attack Set. Set came up first. Let's see. A 9 plus 8 is 17, and a 17 plus 9 is 26.
He's got disadvantage, right?
Nice. Thank you. Let's try it again. A 4 misses, and now only 1 hits instead.
What was the other one? My AC's 20.
Oh, right. Okay. It is now... The other one was 18 plus 7 is 25.
Yep, that hits. If that's disadvantage also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was a disadvantage. The grapple, he's got these big arms here that up above you, and then these little arms coming up out of his chest, and one of them comes up underneath and grabs you up into the air, and now you're in this pincer being crushed. You're now grappled, and you also take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and that makes it Titania's turn.
Which I can't move.
That's right, but you can make a saving throw.
19 plus 2, 21.
You are free. and you're now able to act. I think.
Okay.
Saving throw. Can't take reactions. I'm gonna just say you can act. I think that's fun.
Okay. So this is gonna sound weird, but I am going to cast this spell like right above it. I am going to cast Snorlax Snowball Swarm.
Okay.
It's cast above him so that it wouldn't hit Faith or Set.
Okay.
So they need a Dex saving throw of 13.
Dex saving throw of 13. All right, here we go. That's a 5 plus. That's 7 total. Fails.
Okay, so it's going to take 3d6 damage. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
All right.
Where's all my second level plots? And then I'm going to kind of move over here, so I'm not like in a cluster group anymore. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Set. You are grappled. That doesn't mean that you can't fight. You're not restrained.
Good, because I plan on just staying right close to him, and I'm just going to try to tag him, start wailing on him.
Yeah, you can just punch into him if you want. But you don't
Little
have
Zed,
any
like
movement.
stabbing him in his thumb.
Alright, there's a versus dirty 20.
20 hits, yeah.
Alright, that is 7 points.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a key point, and with that, let's see. No. I want to try to. Let's see.
And
Can
I can't
I?
remember if you automatically get this, but I think it's more fun this way anyway. So, make a. You can also go ahead and make a strength saving throw to see if you can get out of the grapple if you want.
Okay. Strength.
Yep.
Saving throw. Oh, there's a 1, but I get to roll that again, right? 'Cause
Oh
I'm
man, yeah. Wow.
Oh, that's a little better. 14.
14 still doesn't pass. So you're still grappled.
Okay. Alright, I want to do an open hand technique
All right.
on that, and that is if he fails a strength saving throw, DC. Wait a minute. Gets pushed 15 if he fails a strength saving throw, or can take reaction until the end of
Oh
his
damn!
next
Is
turn.
this gonna
I
happen?
think that fails strength saving. Can't take a reaction to the end of his next turn. I think is what that is. Never do hit.
Are you gonna push him off the platform?
No, you can impose one of the following effects on that target. Fall prone if fails a dex saving throw. Get pushed 15 now. If fails a strength, or it can't take a reaction until its next turn. It doesn't say. It just says like a dex. Falls prone if he fails a dex. If I can push him 15 if he fails a strength, or he can't take a reaction until the end of his next turn.
Somebody want to give
So it
Seth
doesn't-
inspiration? Actually, I like it. I'll give you an inspiration token. I think I can do that.
Well, is it the he can't take a reaction to the end of his next turn? I don't think he has a
If you-
save against that or anything, does he?
If you push him off the platform, I don't think it's gonna matter.
No, I don't want to push him. I don't want to do a push. Okay, so don't push.
Okay.
An open hand technique. It looks like I have 3 choices. I can do a prone
Okay.
if he fails a dex.
Yeah.
Don't want to do that.
Okay.
You can do a push if he fails a strength. I don't want to do that.
Even though that would automatically kill him, but go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm attached. He's got a hold of me.
Oh
You're
yeah, that's
making
right.
great
No.
points.
This is a good point.
Not gonna-
This is a
I'm not gonna
Very
push him
good.
off. Okay, so that's my first concern. Okay.
nice.
All right, and then my third option here, it says, or it can't take a reaction to the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Doesn't say any kind of it, so that just seems like that's the deal.
Okay.
Can't take a reaction to the end of my next turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that, and then that's my turn. That's it. I'm done.
Okay. Faith.
All right, I'm gonna finally pull out a weapon here because I've been, just using magic for the one turn I've had. I'm gonna swing at him with a Morning Star, but not very well. And then, oh wait, I don't remember what protection for good versus evil does. Hold up, do I get advantage against these guys now, or no? They have disadvantages against us. So I don't suppose a 10 or a 14 hit.
No.
Awesome. Then I'm gonna not do anything else.
You're swinging at him with your Morning Star, and he's got set up in the air, and that magical, like he's like.
You let that go!
Yeah, and, and you're just like slamming into him, and it's just bouncing off of his demonic hide, and doing very little. And let's see, that makes it Din's turn. You can make your saving throw. Before I forget the NPCs, I'm going to do theirs as well.
I don't
And
suppose
they
the
both
5 gets me out.
It does not. Roll a d10.
Oh, I love D10s. Let's see what we got here. What's a 3 get me?
A 3, you simply can't act on your turn. That's all. The
Oh,
NPCs
good.
are free, however, and they start to, one rushes in to try to help fight. And misses. And then he's going to try to shoot some arrows, and he hits one time. It's not that great. Fires. They start joining the fray, and anyways, that makes it its turn. It is going to. Let's see. I believe I have to maintain concentration, so he's not going to cast any more spells, but he can attack a crap ton of times, which is horrible. So he's going to just try to pummel Faith. Let her try to do that. Let's see. That is a +9 to hit. So what is your AC?
22.
22? Wow. Only one hits? No, two.
Oh, no, sorry, it's supposed to be 20. I fucked up.
Okay, well, nonetheless, 2 of them hit. And so
Disadvantage too, right?
Disadvantage, thank you. So I'm going to re-roll
thank
those 2. And now they miss. Wait, you got a 20?
Mm-hmm.
One of them hits. So after all that, you take 7 bludgeoning damage. What does it
Better
look
than
like
2 of
as
them.
this thing is just like, so it's got set like this, and it's casting this gaze on everyone else. And then it's got its 2 big fists, and it's just like slamming down on the ground. I imagine you're just like dodging out of the way as it's like slamming down on the
No way, I'm straight up tanking it. I'm just sitting there with my
the
shield,
just like taking
boom,
it.
boom, and then like really lamely, the one that hits, I'm just gonna be like, ow.
Yep. Okay. Titania.
Here we go. Let's see. I guess seeing as frost seems to work, I guess I'll cast frostbite again,
Okay.
which is a con save.
Oh, I forgot. He actually is resistant to that. But
Resistant to.
well, you wouldn't know that, though. Let's see here. Con save. And you don't. Okay, so he fails the con save.
So I rolled 6, but I guess it would be half to 3
That's right.
damage.
It seems to not do much.
Did I overhear correctly that this demon fellow is concentrating on stuff?
Aha! Thank you.
because he should be making so many
And he
concentration
failed his
saves.
concentration check, and then you were free.
Love to hear it.
Thank you. Love it.
Yeah, no
Anything
one's
else?
allowed to fly away while I'm in the party.
Anything else, Titania? You,
Um,
freed Den.
Mage fall down the hole.
I guess I don't really have anything else to do, so
No one wants to do a push attack, huh? Oh wait, they're set. Again, like
Why do you keep wanting us to kill other
I don't want you
players?
to kill Set, but
Yeah, come on. Set's not Faith. I want Set to live.
all right.
Rude.
Speaking of Set, you can make your you can see if you can get free.
Shit. No. 5.
5. You are not free, but you're still able to attack.
Okay, so as I'm still figuring out what I can do and how my attacks work, I'll probably be getting better. So it's going to seem like I have more attacks, but it's just I'm figuring out what I can really fucking do here. So I'm going to take my normal attack on his ass, and that will be 21 to hit. Okay, so damage on that is 8.
All right.
Okay, now I can spend a key point and do 2 additional attacks. This one and this one. Oh, damn. Okay, that one is a miss, but one is a 1, so I get to re-roll that one. And that is a fucking miss too, so I guess we're not really doing much this time. That's it.
Okay.
Done.
Okay. Let's see. That makes it Faith's turn.
Is anyone, like, obviously heavily wounded at all? Or
The
have I been, like,
enemy.
the only person to get attacked so far?
I'm down a little bit, but 16. I'm down 16 points, not 2. 16
Ah, that would be a
points.
waste then. I'm not gonna use that. I'm just gonna go all out again and start swinging. Knock that off! That's my set! Give it back! Do a 17 and a nat 27 hit.
They do.
Sweet. So then that'll be...
You keep saying that. The set's getting waved in the air by this pincer.
Yeah.
You're like, put that down!
Okay, so 12 for one of the attacks.
Okay.
And then 8 and 8.
I'm not an action figure.
It was in mint condition! Return that! And then 20 piercing damage for the second attack, which I'm also going to give a bunch of radiant damage with my remaining spell slot. Well, I have
said-
more than one, but...
said
let's
20?
see this. Yeah, 20... Well, 20 piercing... Let me pull up my log here and make sure that was... Because that was for the second attack. Not in total.
This is all magical?
Well, it's 12 piercing and... Wait. Yeah, so it's 27 total piercing damage that's not magical,
Oh.
but then it's going to be 6d8 of radiant damage on top of that.
Are
So
you
let's see
using
here.
smite?
Yes.
Oh, I'm just gonna say that
I'm-
that's a magical attack. Then.
Oh, okay, then 27 plus 30. So 57 piercing radiant magical damage,
57.
not
you,
accounting for any weaknesses.
You well, if you're using smite, I'm gonna say it's magical because it just makes more sense to me. It's fun. So it's just you slam into this thing with your Morning Star, and it starts to teeter backwards with Set, about to fall off the platform. It's obviously badly wounded. You've ripped open its demonic flesh. And Set looks like it's about to fall with it. And that makes it anything else, Faith?
I believe that eats my bonus action. Let me make sure here really quick. Actually, it doesn't say it takes my bonus action. So I still have a bonus action. I'm gonna summon up my freaking hand of magic. My spiritual weapon, and I want to, like, rather than attack with it, can I try to like grab Set?
I don't think so. I think it's a
I,
spectral
like-
hand that just attacks things.
Okay, I wanna summon it behind the demon then,
Okay.
but I only got an 11 to hit, so that's not great.
All right. Din.
But like, I want it to be in the way if the thing falls backwards.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to lose you yet, buddy.
You gotta get Set out of here.
All right, let's see. It is my turn, and Set is in trouble. Well,
How unusual.
It is unusual. I've never encountered this before. I think, can I attempt to free Set physically
how-
with my body?
Sure. Absolutely.
I would like to move approximately 30 feet. There are buttons in Roll20 up, and I would like to attempt to free Set.
All right. Make a strength check or an athletics check. All right.
Boy, let me tell you, I'm great at both of those. The things I do for friendship.
Anything I can
failed
help
to
with
do.
that.
What'd you get?
I got a 3.
The Glabrazu rolled in that one. Wait. What's your strength bonus? Wait, it doesn't
My
matter.
roll was 3.
Okay. Well, you got a 3.
Is that just so small he slips through its fingers?
There are no critical failures. So that would be a 6.
But the way you say that, it's like you were reciting something from a textbook, but your soul wanted you to say something else, and
Is that
you
okay?
are
I
the
mean, he
dungeon
rolled in
master.
that one. I
You
mean, know what I
have
mean?
the power.
I agree.
You are God
No,
here.
He rolled in that one. I think you get Set free. I mean,
Excellent.
yeah.
He's not a
cast with
halfling. He
bonus
can't
action-
roll again.
With a bonus action, I cast Zephyr Strike, and then I make like a tree and leave with
That's-
Set and go back to where I was.
You just grab him like a football that you stole, like
Yeah.
like playing sports, and off with him under your arm. Okay, the NPCs are able to act. This one's going to do a bunch of punching. He hits a few times. He does a bunch of damage. This one's going to attack a bunch. And that misses. And so that does some more damage. This thing is in really bad shape. And it's like teetering on the edge of this platform. That being said, it is still its turn. And so what it's going to do is it's going to turn to Huloth, and it's going to cast Power Word Stun. And it's going to attack with its pincers again. Which will hit both times. And now he's got on the edge of the platform Huloth in his pincers, who's also taking some damage. And that makes it Titania's turn.
Okay. So, question. So before I ask, I'm gonna move over to here. Probably a little closer. If I were to cast Mold Earth right at its feet, so that it would be kind of somewhat pushed,
Yeah,
would it work?
it would absolutely work. However, it is holding Huloth, who would also plummet along with it.
Okay.
I was just like, damn, she's vicious.
So, okay, backtrack then. Let's see. Plan B.
I've got to go pee. I'll be right back. You all can think about what you're going to do on your
Please
turn.
don't take
I'll
us
be right
with
back.
you.
I guess I'll have to go with Plan B.
I was just like, I mean, I know he didn't help us in that last fight, but goddamn.
Well, I didn't realize that he was gripped. That was what it was.
I was getting so excited too. I was like, oh man, if they don't finish it off, I'm gonna telekinesis it. And he's like, and now it has Huloth. I was like, ah, fuck.
Yeah, it's,
Well, that's why when he said hula, I was like, oh, well, never mind then.
I have plans.
The power!
In hindsight, I shouldn't have saved Set. I should have saved Set more complicatedly.
Well, if you hold that thought when it's my turn, I can't do shit from back here, so I'm rushing back in. So
Yeah,
you
I
might
know.
have another chance.
But I was just like not letting him get you back immediately.
I appreciate that.
Sorry about that. I couldn't hold it any longer. Okay.
Oh, that was quick.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Plan B. To cast lightning lure at it. It has to make a strength saving throw.
Is it a magical attack?
It's a evocation, so
He has advantage. Strength saving throw. He gets a 28.
okay. Doesn't say if it will. I guess it won't get any damage then.
All right. Anything else? Set, you're free. What do you do?
Alright. Well, I assume that Din drops Set. Set's gonna say, thanks, I appreciate it. I gotta go. And I'm gonna run back in.
And then you run back in. Set is
Yep.
the real hero of the Vale campaign. Let's be honest, of the whole campaign. And then you run.
What I'm gonna
in after that.
What I'm gonna try to do is, I'm assuming he's like a big creature.
Yeah.
Can I run past him or underneath him or whatever and get on the other side of him? And what I want to try to do is, I'd like to try to hit him enough to throw him back into the middle of the ring.
Oh man, yeah. Okay, yeah.
All
So
right, I'm gonna
you
hit
do
him.
one of your push attack thingamajigs, and then push him not off the ledge, but back onto it.
I'm gonna right. That's where I'm going, but I have to succeed a couple times before I can get there. So let me see. First attack. Yeah, that's a shit attack, so that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna spend a key point. Take a couple more here. Come on. Oh my god, a 3 and a 1 that I get to roll again. And that is a 19.
19 hits.
Okay. Alright, so first I'll get, ooh, nice. 11 points of damage. And then, alright, I'm gonna try, if he fails a strength saving throw, DC 13, he gets pushed up to 15 feet, and I want to push him back towards, like I said, the center of the ring. DC 13.
Okay.
Crap. Damn.
Yeah, but does he have? You have protection versus good and evil. It
Is
doesn't
that-
affect the saves for? That wouldn't affect the saves for it. So, okay, yeah.
That's
so
just on attacks, and plus that's only isn't that only 10 minutes?
I mean, the good news
Probably.
is that we have physics on our side. So, I'll give you two options. I'll make a deal with you. You can.
Uh-oh.
He passed, right? So
Mhm.
it doesn't force him forward. However, you can kick him, but you yourself will need to try to save yourself. So you can save Huloth. Either way, you killed this thing. So at this point, either Huloth is going to plummet off the side of this thing down to here onto this platform, most likely, or you can try to kick it in the air, double kick it, and then try to catch yourself on this debris, and you'll have 3 chances to catch yourself.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna do that.
Wow, Set is the hero. Okay. All right, so you'll make, it's just 3 acrobatics checks, and you have to beat a 15 at least once.
Alright,
He has
3 of them.
15 modifier, being a monk.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard, but a bad roll could mean a death for Set right now, so there's that.
Yeah, we just acrobatics.
Yeah, acrobatics 3 times. You have to beat 15 once.
Alright, so my first roll is a 1, where I get to roll that again. right?
Yep.
And that is an 8, and I have a modifier of 8, so that's 16.
16. Okay.
Brutal.
So yeah, you actually slip and fall, but because you're a halfling, like instead of just letting go, it swings around, and then you just like come back up and you perch, and so you manage to double kick this thing forward. That first attack utterly annihilates it, the remaining hit points, snapping its demonic back into 2 pieces, and he slumps forward dead onto the ground in front of everyone. Send him to the back. And Huloth is in his pincers and is let go onto the ground and survives. And you all have slain your second Glabrezu, and he didn't fall off the thing. And Huloth gets up and he says, "Thank you, my friend."
We're all in this together.
I didn't even have to use levitate to save anybody. Look at that.
Oh, he hit a spell the whole time.
Yeah. Din is prepared for every eventuality.
This old man up
I'd
here is
just
like,
walk over.
Oh, go
I'd
ahead.
just walk over to Den and just like smack him.
Ow.
Say, shh.
Roll damage.
Everyone's smacking everyone.
Everyone isn't smacking everyone. Everyone is smacking me.
This is true. Actually, everyone's just doing it again. Like the one guy who knows how to get around here. Anyways, the old man is like, "That was amazing. If only I can get through that jumble of ruined staircase, I could get down from here." Din, do you
Yep,
want a
if
piece
only.
of a Glabrezu?
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
stare
what
at
piece of
Din.
Glabrezu do? What looks good? I would like to praise the Glabrezu.
I'm gonna see if I can just put an image of one up, and because it has a bunch of distinct parts you might be interested in. No. There we go. All right,
We don't see that.
there you go.
We don't see that Shava Vista or whatever that chick's name
No,
is,
she
do we?
disappeared. But you can.
But she didn't come back.
No.
I'll totally take one of its horns. That looks cool.
You cut off one of its horns, and you now have a Glabrezu horn in your inventory. It weighs 5 pounds.
I'm gonna
Well,
torch
actually,
the
it'd
rest
probably
of
weigh
it.
like 15 pounds if it's like the big horn. It's like that, you know. But whatever.
I'm gonna torch the rest of the body
You do
out
that.
of spite.
You torch it, and it's destroyed. What do y'all do?
I'm just gonna stare at Din, who has now mentioned having levitation, and just be like,
Yeah, it's real unfortunate for him. Only got 60 feet range. What do you want from me? Actually, this isn't maybe that far.
it's only 52 feet.
I'll cast levitate and say, "Good luck. I hope you are good at pachinko."
We've given you the tools to help yourself.
Yeah.
He's familiar with this. Den, I forgot to mention, you know this guy. He's the guy from the Planeswalkers Guild. He levitates down,
Oh.
and he says,
Totally missed out on that.
He
That
says,
feels like an important detail.
yeah, he's the one that the Planeswalkers Guildmaster sent you all to find.
Totally forgot about that until now. Yeah.
And he floats down. He's like, "Oh, thank you, Den. Oh, so glad to get out of here. Something's not right, though. The staircase, it should begin to heal now with that demonic presence gone. That must not have been what was causing that. The break in the staircase.
The evil girl that Faith recruited? Oh, could never have seen it coming.
Shavanistra? That crazy woman? She's pursued me for years. I know I'm an item, but... Oh,
I try to wield him like a sword at this information.
what?
He's an item!
Oh.
I mean, I have Ring of Telekinesis, so I should be able to swing him like a big sword, right?
Ooh.
All right. What do y'all do? It's clear that like the thing that's causing the break in the staircase is not fixed, and the platform to Everwatch is up there.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna head back down unless someone else has a better plan. I'm gonna go find the obviously evil woman that nobody said anything about, even though he thinks he's so smart. Like, every time I think somebody's evil or not, and every time I think they aren't, they are, so, you know, fight me.
Okay. You head what back the way you came?
Yes, but I will leave it up to Titania to decide if she wants to go up this staircase or
Let's
not.
see if I. Oh, what staircase? Oh, that one. Yeah.
This
The other
with
one?
her plants she was sniffing out that I don't know about in character.
I mean, that's fine.
As you all are moving about this platform, coming from this doorway, you hear this. Except probably not Caleb, because he can't hear the stuff from the point.
I didn't hear anything.
I heard it. Did it sound like a Wabbajack?
It did sound like a Wabbajack.
The Wabbajack, at long last. I have pursued it for years. Slightly over 1 year.
I really hope it turns out to be friendly just to shove that in his face.
Very friendly, but it must die anyway.
Faith, what do we do?
I mean, I'm assuming they want to go through the door.
What do you want to do?
Yeah,
The
I mean,
lady
portal
could have
to
gone
Ev-
through the door, so let's go through the door.
All right.
I don't know that she didn't go through the door.
It takes you some time to climb back up the staircase. Titania, as you approach this platform, you do see the native fauna of the other world, and the kind of bizarre mushrooms and extremely vibrant, brightly colored plants. And the door is covered in vine and bright blue roses. And you hear it again on the other side of the door.
Oh, I should also point out that if we fight the Wabbajack, I have reason to believe we will all die.
So, you want to kill it, but we're not allowed to fight it.
I don't
Just
think
'cause
anyone's
you
saying
have-
you're not allowed. I'm just saying
It
there's a likely outcome, unless we find a cool sword in between now and then.
I'm gonna say something to get it off my chest, and then I'll let the DM decide if I know enough of that in character to have been in character or not. You're going Jabberwock hunting, but you're not doing it with the Snicker Snack Vorpal Sword?
Well, I mean, like,
You
there's a
find the
process to
sword, then you
things.
find the monster. That's the process. What do you...
people don't just find the sword lying around without having a need for the sword. That's how the sword works. You need to establish the need first. Trust
Well,
me,
we
I spent
got the
literally a
need.
year researching this.
I think
We have the need. We know where the monster. We know where the Whopperjocker is. We know where he's at. So what do we just leave him there?
Is there
And
any
what if we-
chance my obviously magical great axe is secretly a Vorpal great axe?
I think there's something that Din would know. Din, you spent all that time researching it, right? That's like
Yeah.
what you did in Lunar Isle. Here's the problem. I think this is really obvious to Din at this point. The corruption was not demonic. It was fey. and that's what's ruining the staircase and preventing your path to Everwatch.
Yeah.
The rest of the staircase.
Um,
The Jabberwock, you don't know if you can kill it or not, right? That's the problem. But you could drive it off, and then you and Titania could try to find it later, like the sword. But you can at least save the staircase.
That's good.
I guess, DM, quick question, and I guess I could ask it in character too, but it's obviously in the doorway, like on the other side of that door.
Right.
Can the door be destroyed?
You can try.
What material is the door made out of?
It looks like it is made of vines and roses.
So can I cast Mold Earth and collapse the door?
You can try. You do try to do that.
Okay.
Okay. When you try to do that, it works. You're able to like move the earth, and this area is earthen on the other side where the door is, with vines around it and stuff like that. You can look through the door, and I imagine it's hard for Titania because you're basically closing off your only way home, and you begin to crumble it and change it and everything, but then like vines like sprout out from it and rip open, and the door grows wider. The thing I think that's obvious to Din is this thing is like a corrupting power, and I think that something in your research mentioned that at some point in the past.
Yeah, it just like corrupts realms over time.
Right. So it is doing that to this place. Like, so long as it's in proximity here, it will start tearing into the infinite staircase.
I mean, since we're trying to destroy the door anyway, can I just like go use Word of Radiance on the general area that is the doorway and try to like holy magic it shut?
Yeah, like, and I think so. You could try to do that. You could use your this kind of divine fire that you have that you've used in the past to torch bodies and undead and stuff like that. Try to collapse the door, and what you all find eventually is like the plants and things from Titania's realm are growing further and in more places. You've seen the blue mushrooms all over the staircase. And I think what's obvious to Din, you would know based on what the Lilland have said, is that because they're the stewards of the staircase. The staircase works on the imagination and creative power of all mortal beings in the multiverse, and that's what makes it grow and construct and regrow and everything like that. So long as this creature is adjacent to this place in the multiverse, the staircase that winds its way through, it will continue to infect it. Probably the only way would be to drive it off.
All right, it sounds like we need to drive it off somehow, and I'm not sure how to do that, but it doesn't sound like this door is getting shut, and I think the Wabbajack can sustain the doorway, basically.
So, do we go through and try to drive it off, or go find the evil bitch and... Well, no, if we know the problem is Faye, then it's probably this...
Yeah,
we're all hunting the same thing,
I
is
think
what I'm
her
getting.
evil is incidental.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to revisit my magical axe that I got.
Okay.
All I know is it's an obviously magical axe.
Yeah. Do you all want to like take a short rest? Is anybody missing any hit points? You could take the time to take a look at it and see if you can attune to it. How many attunement slots are you using?
2 of 3.
Okay. Do you want to take the time to do that? Or do you want to try to see if you can look at it and see what it is? Or like, what do you want to do with it?
I mean, I kind of just want to eyeball it, but yeah, if it's something I can and need to attune to get it to work right, then unless anybody has any objection, I want to do that and hopefully find out something that'll help us.
All right. You take some time. You're able to attune to it, but it's basically a +2 great axe, two-handed great axe.
Well, I just like look at everybody. I'm like, well, this isn't as helpful as I thought it would be, but there we are.
Only a member of our party had strength.
I mean, me, I have strength. What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Okay.
So Set's kind of wondering about the glow from the door that he's seen on the upper platform where the old man was.
Right.
He said it kind of, what resembled something that Faith has, or like a glow that Faith has, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
he'd like
Faith's destination.
I'd like to, tell Faith that, hey, that door up there that was glowing, that I don't know, I think it's up this staircase here. You want to go up there and maybe we can get something from up there? It might help us. We'll go talk to your god.
I mean, yeah, I'm all for giving that a shot.
I think if we just, I don't know what we're going to do here with this door other than open it, rush in, and die. I don't know. No one has any, not really hearing anything that sounds like we're going to come out winners. So
Yeah.
why don't we just leave this door shut for now and move on? And I don't know, maybe we can get some some inspiration from some higher power.
There are 3 things on that. First of all, the door is open, and you can see on the other side this bright, colorful place. The other thing is, to Din, I think it would be obvious. Like, the Jabberwock is the thing that has been corrupting the staircase and is blocking the path forward. When you go back, it takes some time, but you could go back and you take a look. And what you find is that the staircase...
Well, no, I think he means that this staircase looks like it goes up to that platform.
Oh yeah, that's right, it does. Let me show you what you find there. It is ruined, and it ends. The staircase is broken. This is the thing that the guildmaster is talking about. Something has ruined the staircase, and they're not able to venture further.
Well, that was a good try, little buddy. I think we're gonna have to go face this thing that requires a specific weapon that nobody has, though.
Well, maybe we can find some way to intimidate it off. Does anyone have a Vorpal-looking sword?
I hold up my longsword of Helm.
There you go. Look at that. And you're a hero. That's the kind of person who would have a Vorpal sword. I mean, allegedly you're a hero. You kind of seem like a dick, but, I don't
pointed
judge.
at Din.
Yeah, see? Like that. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway,
What do you mean?
maybe...
I only pointed at things that seem to be evil.
I have only ever been helpful.
I also smacked him in the knee at that point, because that's probably about as high as I go.
Ow.
With him.
Oh man!
Stop antagonizing people.
Poor Din. Gosh. Let me see here. Oh. I made a mistake. You find something else on the guy. I realize he didn't. It has a different drop. You this
Vorpal
might actually
sword.
be no, definitely not. You find this thing on the guy. I forgot about that. Let me see here. Would not have done that. Just trying to make sure that I know this ahead of time. Okay. This is the thing that you all have come to try to find the source of the corruption for the staircase that is blocking the way to Helm. This is it. This is the thing.
What? The axe?
No, the Jabberwock.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, let's go deal with this.
I'll take the Sir
Do we-
if no one else is overeager for it.
Do we rush in there? Or do we try to lure him out here?
Are you going to try to lure him out onto the staircase?
I'm
Yeah.
asking my party.
Fighting on the staircase is kind of iffy at the best of times. If you get a chance to not fight on the staircase, that's kind of okay.
I mean, I feel like fighting on the staircase has really served us well. I think we've pushed most things we've been fighting off of the staircase.
Well,
I
Jabberwocks
know.
can fly. I think they're dragons of some variety.
Which would mean a place full of spatial pockets would be a good place to trick it into flying in.
You're making good points. Okay. You've compelled me. I walk through the portal.
All right.
I will be the hero that this party needs.
I try to chop down the door while he's gone.
When you guys follow, we're not gonna. What do you chop down the door?
He's bringing it back here, right?
My intention, which I'm not attempting to keep secret, is to, because I'm pretty quick on my feet. I'm trying to grab the Jabberwock and run back through.
Oh, okay. You're gonna
That's
try
my intention.
Yeah, I figured that
I'm
was
being
his
the
plan.
bait.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you are a hero. Okay. Wow. Okay.
I've really only ever done heroic things, guys.
I was just kind of thinking about standing in the doorway and going, "Hey, over here," kind of thing, not like running in and grabbing them.
Well, grabbing metaphorically, I'm not very strong.
I would like to ready an action while we wait. I would like to prepare my spell scroll of Acid Splash.
Okay. Let me prepare your all's tokens in case this does work.
Man, I wish I had spell slots. That'd be great right about now.
Right?
I guess as we're getting ready,
Did we take any kind of rest before this?
we did a short
Sorry.
rest.
A short rest, which is 4 hours, right?
1 hour. Denise, what were you saying?
1 hour.
I was gonna convert sorcery points to get one of my second level slots back.
Okay. Okay.
So I have no more sorcery points. Because I want to say it costs 3 to get a second level back. And then I guess I'll ready my spear for an attack.
Den, you pass through the door, everyone else behind you, and you see a fairy swamp. It's not
Great,
something
I love
that
fairy
you
swamps.
commonly, huh?
I said great, love fairy swamps.
The vibrant colors here almost hurt your eyes as you enter. You have this strange sensation when you enter of almost being lighter, and the air smells like candy almost. You have the sensations and tastes of things that you haven't felt since you were a child, and something reminds you of it. There are waterfalls that seem to come from nowhere in the sky and fall into nowhere, and then into vibrant purple pools around you in other places, and the ground is spongy on your feet, but you don't get wet. And you hear a sound again, and the air vibrates around you as the thing that you have sought out all of these years alights on the other side of the fairy swamp.
All
And,
right. Is there a Is there a portal behind me?
the portal is still open behind you.
Love to see it. All right. I will cast Speak with Animals.
It works. You're able to speak with the animal.
And I would like to shout, Jabberwocks suck and are hideous.
more. And that's all you hear. And it does seem to chase after you.
Okay, I would
It's on its
like.
haunches, and it's like coming like this as it's retracted its wings as it just charges forward.
I would like to laugh and say, "You're a lot smaller than I thought," and run back through the portal.
All right. I think this may have been a terrible idea. I hope not. Then you run through the portal, and just as you come through the portal and you see Ben running through, you can hear the screaming roar from behind him as all of a sudden vines burst forth, and this thing bursts out behind Ben. And it has nowhere to run now. I hope that you all can get it into a planar fold. And everybody can roll for initiative.
Was Din running out kind of like the Indiana Jones running away from that?
It's
huge
exactly that
triangular-
energy.
Yeah. All right. Faith got a 12.
Uh-oh.
Dean
24.
got a 7. Titania got a 24. She's got that thing.
I got +8 initiative.
Set.
7.
7. Set got a 7. And my NPC's got a 7. And the beast got a 5. The first person
that's
able to
fortunate.
act as this Titania,
Well,
There.
and I also had an action readied. I don't know how that affects things.
I'll get back to you. That beast that you fought those years ago, Titania, you see it again as it bursts through the door and towers over you and your friends. What was the action, Faith?
Scroll of acid splash.
All right, let's see. Is it a save?
Yeah, it's a dex save, so it should be 16 because that's what most of my saves are.
Tony's crapping out on me. I'm sorry, could you tell me one more time?
16 dex save.
It got a 20.
Well, that's not great. And it looks like there's no like half damage or nothing, so it fails. Goodbye, expensive scroll.
Also, well, this isn't your turn, so this is a surprise round. So, okay, Titania. On the beginning of your turn, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh crap. Oh, where is it? Here it is. 7.
A 7. 7. It fails. Roll a d4.
Oh, you have to let me. A 4.
A 4. You make a random melee attack at a nearby creature. Let's see. Since you are located, where are you?
Of course it would be.
It has to be Den.
Yeah.
Roll with your spear to attack Den.
Well, because I had the spear ready to attack.
Oh, I'm
So-
sorry. You readied an attack?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, let's rewind. So, as part of the surprise round, roll to attack the Jabberwock first.
Which I missed.
Okay. Now roll to attack Den as part of your turn.
Could it be anything else?
Nat 20.
No. 19.
19 hits. Roll for damage. While you're working on that,
And-
for the next
Ben's
person
not
is
surprised
Faith.
at all. He's just like slightly sad.
Faith, make a make a charisma saving throw.
All right.
What damage did you
Oh
say?
God. 8. It was a
8,
nat
you
1
failed.
plus
Roll a
7.
d4, guys. This might be it.
The end of our campaign.
Yeah.
1.
A 1. You do nothing for your turn.
Thank God.
Titania, how much damage did you say that was?
4.
Gotcha.
Set.
Don't worry,
believe I just
guys.
rolled 2
Din
ones
prepared
in a
for
row.
this eventuality.
Roll a charisma saving
that-
throw.
Party would attack you.
Oh, not that part. No, that's been unexpected every single time.
15.
A 15. You also fail. Roll a d4.
Uh, 1.
A 1. You do nothing on your turn. Din, as it gets to you and you see this stuff happening, it is clear that this is beyond you all. It is able to do that every turn. And a lot of other things besides. It is unlikely that you will be able to defeat this beast on the staircase. Unless you can find some way to trick it or to use the staircase.
Yeah,
to your advantage.
I was thinking, what's it got going on? Is it chasing after me still?
Yeah, in the process of chasing after you, what you see is the air around it, like kind of like shimmering and changing like bubbles in the air, and everyone just suddenly becomes confused, and Titania actually stabs you, and others just suddenly just stop, Faith and Set including, and then they just like stare off into space as these bubbles overcome them. And the bubbles are coming around, and it is also your turn, so you would also make a charisma saving throw.
It's my turn. Well, boy, howdy. Guess who's charismatic? It ain't me. What does a natural 20 get me?
You pass, and you are not affected by the confusing burble.
All right, love to hear it. Okay, well, there can only
Oh, you still there?
there is
Caleb?
only one option. No, I'm stuttering myself.
Oh.
My processing is failing, and I would like to laugh again charismatically, as I am apparently charismatic, and say, I really thought you'd be faster than that, and I'm gonna jump
Jump where?
wherever fate takes me. I'm going off the platform.
Okay. Man,
Yeah.
it has the uncanny tracker feature, and because you are now its query, it must track you until the end of your days. And so you use your movement to jump off the edge of the platform.
Yeah, I do. Boy,
You-
howdy.
You can go ahead and move whatever direction you're going to do, and we'll see what happens.
All right, let's do northeast. Let's just right off the edge. Let's go. Let's do this thing. You and me, forever and ever.
Let's see if... I will say that whatever you fly into, it does as well.
Good.
Except it
Here's
flies.
the thing. Here's my thought. It can fly. It's bigger than me.
Yes.
Here's my thought. It's statistically more likely that the Jabberwock would hit a planar fold before me.
Fair enough. Because of its size. Okay.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. I'm not going to figure out the specific math, so I'm just going to multiply by 5. It's very big.
It is
so
very big.
I'm going to use a product of 5. Let me bring up the rolls for it. You all have certainly thrown me for a loop.
That's the goal.
All right. Where did I put the damn thing? Here we go. Maybe this one? Yeah, okay. You're not flying. Okay, falling off the stairs. Okay. Roll a D100.
Okay, and for the record, I have options. So if I'm about to hit something solid, I'd prefer to do stuff. But let's see. I got D100s around here somewhere. 100 Ds. 44.
44. Okay. You fall, and I'll describe kind of where you go and what happens. I'm going to move your token. Okay. You're going to start falling, and you find that it launches off of this thing toward you, and it dives with its wings straight down, like just darting towards you as you're falling. And you realize that you're about to plummet into this platform.
Okay. I would cast.
Oh wait, let me multiply by 5. So.
Wouldn't it hit the platform before him? Because it's so much.
Let me figure out the planar fold thing first. So, you had a 45, 25.
44.
Right. My math is actually, if a creature has a 25% chance of going into a planar fold, and another creature has and you go through the same path, and you miss that by 25% or whatever, and this creature has a 5 times greater chance in the same.
Just imagining the beautiful mind thing going over your.
This is beyond my math right now. I'm actually like, if anybody can do that math, let me know. But it wouldn't be straight though. It would be. Let's see. You missed it by 25, so what would it be? 25, 75, 40. You got a 40.
44.
44. So I think you would take a 44 divided by 100 is 0.44 of 25.
That's a 40. Are you doing like a 44% of 25?
Yeah. So let's see. He got a 44. So if you imagine, so 25 is what he had to hit. Instead, he got 44. And so if something is 5 times more likely, maybe it's a dimensional analysis. He's 5 times more likely to hit that 25, and a creature hit 44. What would it have hit the 25%? Does that make sense?
No.
So you're trying to figure out what's 44% of 25?
No.
Okay.
Let's see.
I mean, physics speaking, the larger object has greater velocity than a smaller object.
Well, they're both falling.
If they're both falling at a constant speed,
Yeah.
the larger object will increase in velocity because of its larger density.
No, that's not true, actually. Objects
Actually,
fall
no, it's the opposite. Sorry. Opposite.
But anyways, that doesn't matter. The point is that it's 5 times larger, and then missed, well, just by 20%, and so this thing has a 5 times greater likelihood would it have hit. That's the math problem. But all objects fall at 9.82 meters per second squared, regardless of mass or size, unless there's an issue with aerodynamics. But anyways, 54 times 5. I'm just going to take 44 divided by 5. Well, yeah, it would have. Yeah, so it would have went into a planar fold.
All right.
It's gigantic. It's 5 times the size. You missed it by 20%, and so it's a multiple of 5, right? But you divide it by 5.
It's like listening to a wizard saying arcane mumbo jumbo. I'm just like nodding along. Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Well, anyways, you launch off the platform. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
This is why I failed physics in high school.
You launch off of the platform, and you're diving toward this platform, and then all of a sudden something clips its wings, and it starts to warble, and it makes that noise, it realizes it starts to tumble, and these bubbles start to like spin it, and it like all of a sudden just garbles, and then like you see part of it disappear, and then it just has its head, and then all of a sudden its head disappears, and you don't know where it went, but the Jabberwock went somewhere, and you're about to crash into this platform.
All right. Well, I of course find myself regretting, as I knew I would, that I used levitate earlier. And so, I break glass in case of emergency. I am a Horizon Walker Ranger. And so I will use my ability, Ethereal Step.
I'm going
Once
to count.
per
Go ahead.
Once per short rest, as a bonus action, you can cast the Etherealness spell without expending a spell slot, but the spell ends at the end of your current turn.
Okay.
Fun stuff. All right.
If you attempt to do that, I'm going to count it as teleportation.
It is a very... So, I'm fully aware, and I accept that. However, I would like to point out, it's a funky as heck teleportation spell, which I will now display in VTT. It's very long.
I
And if-
understand that you go into the ethereal plane, but we're going to see if that works. So roll a D100.
All right.
You want to
Let's
not
see.
get a 25 or 90. That is what you
Man,
want.
I'm willing to get anything at this point. All right. 22.
Oh,
Did you really get a 22?
Well, let's find out. 22. Looks like a 22 to me.
Uh,
It was a 20 and a 2.
You bring the ethereal plane up, and all of a sudden, and you see Din disappear. And you all look down, and the Jabberwock has disappeared, and you also do not see Din.
He was the hero you needed, but not the hero you deserved. Dicks.
You know,
and yet we're still safe.
I was gonna say maybe Din was a good guy, but then I heard a very faint voice on the wind saying, "You guys are dicks." Motherfucker.
Then we're gonna figure out at the end of the adventure what happened to Din. But let's see. I'm gonna see. Oh, come on.
For the record, I was saving that for if the party wiped during a fight so that I could teleport myself to a random plane of existence and maybe
You know,
survive.
I'm really glad we
Hero.
didn't keep Din around.
Okay, I see it. I'm gonna try it. Give me just a moment. You see up above you that the stairway begins to reconstitute, and all of a sudden the stair begins to grow back. And Titania.
All right.
Who knows? Did the creature survive? Where is it? Either way, the door is also open to your homeland. Or you don't have to. It's up to you. You guys are... Testing. Okay.
Does it look like the door, like, I guess, fixed itself and it's now like the normal size door? Because I think you said it got a little bit bigger.
It does look like a giant gateway into the other world now. Like it looks like it's been ripped open. Yeah.
Would, I guess, because now the
Testing. Go ahead.
being gone because of the Babajack, or I've just totally blanked on the name. If I did mold earth, would it close it?
You want to close the gateway to the other world? You can.
Titania would think that, you know, if this is just one being that is so corrupting on the planes, that there's bound to be other ones that are in there that she may not necessarily know about, but it had so much of an effect on the staircase as it was, just for one being. So she's kind of thinking of like the overall greater thing, because she's been, I guess, obviously she had been with the Planeswalkers for a little bit. You know, so she would kind of have a little bit of information, what little information she could understand about, you know, if something happens in the staircase, you know, the overarching, I guess, effects, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're able to use mold earth, and if not outright close it, you're able to cover it. Like, so it's obvious that this platform has connected to the other world, but you're able to close the door with mold earth.
And I guess all you see are her ears are, I guess, kind of down.
Yeah. All right, Faith, what do you do? Go see your god?
I pat Sad Bunny and say, it's probably for the best. Wait, she's on this side of the door when she closes it, right?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I closed it with me not in it. So
Okay, and
yeah,
then
so Sad Bunny is like right next to you.
and then I'm gonna be like, let's go see my god. Like, that should cheer everybody up, right? Because that's, I don't know. That's just kind of the brain space.
Okay. Are you all able to hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Quality kind of went down, but yeah, it's okay.
I'm going to use a voice mod for your god. We're going to try it.
All right.
Okay. You make your way up to the staircase to the door. Let's see. The old man doesn't follow you. He sort of seems to indicate that you must be crazy to even go up there. But of course he doesn't know who you are. Titania, you are blocked and you feel a searing pain as you try to enter. It seems like it does try to damage you as you enter Everwatch. The more you try to push, the more pain you feel. With Faith, you're able to enter without a problem. And the same goes for Set.
I give her my handful of dried peppers and then continue.
All right.
I guess I'll just sit outside the door.
As you enter into the doorway with the glowing lights, curling clouds furl around blinding rays of lights behind the doorway. The stairs simply continue past the doorway. At this point, made of some ethereal steel with railing, wide and tall as buildings. The rays of blinding light make you feel naked, as if everything you've ever thought or done is clearly seen. And the pure force of the rays of this light are blocked by an immense figure hundreds of feet tall. You stand not even the size of the thing's toe. It's clad in gleaming armor that could cover all of Perrinval City. And it reaches out its arm and spreads a vast gauntlet. And a huge eye opens in its palm. You have an overwhelming urge to kneel and bow your head.
I do so.
Set does as well.
Pure and faithful daughter. Well done. Many trials have prepared you for our meeting today. When you would take the mantle of my avenging Archon, the paragon of defense, and to her companion, the one we cannot touch beyond magic. Thank you also. The realms are in peril, as they were over a century ago. Duty comes to all. Even I slew my own sister magic,
magic
itself. I have
I've
taken
taken
on
on
the
the
derision
derision
and hate
and hate
of our
of
many,
our many
worlds.
worlds.
So
So
you
you
too
too
will need
will
to
need
make
to make
sacrifices.
sacrifices.
For now,
For now,
I
I
offer
offer
gifts.
gifts.
They were
They were
carried
carried
by my
by my
champions
champions
in
in
past
past
histories.
histories.
They
They
pass
pass
now
now
to you.
to you.
Use them
Use them
to smite,
to smite
our
our
foes
foes
and to
and to
protect you
protect you
from their
from their
evil magic.
magic.
Um, and the following objects descend down from the figure: a glowing sword and an amulet, a new amulet into the hands of Set.
It just appears in my hand.
The
The
other
other
quest
quest
is in
is in
peril.
peril.
They
They
need
need
your
your
help.
help.
Finish
Finish
our
our
duty
duty
to this
to
land,
this land
at the
at
edge,
the edge
of the
of the
multiverse.
multiverse.
Smite,
Smite
the
the
unclean,
unclean
and
and
unholy,
unholy,
most
most
especially
especially
the
the
traitors.
traitors.
Come
Come
back
back
to
to
me,
me,
my
my
daughter,
daughter.
for your
Your
final
final
duty
duty
is at
is
hand.
at hand.
Horse. Yes. Always believed to be. I have always been out to do your bidding, my lord.
And with that, the light recedes, and you simply find yourself back on the other doorway.
I said, thank you. Thanks.
And
Thanks.
And I think in a simple act of, I mean, it is a god. The light, that radiant light, I'm gonna draw it actually, curls. Back to the place, to the other world. And you get the sense that it's starting to tear away what you've done, Titania, as if it's saying, you know, to go home. And Faith and Set are with you. Herr Dalus, at this point, and actually, well, no, I'll do this later. The old man is like, no one who has ever come here has ever been able to pass into Everwatch. You're a power. You're a power. You're not supposed to be here.
But here I am, I guess.
You can't come back to the guild. We'll not have you there. I appreciate you helping me, but we can't have your kind here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's racist.
Yeah, he is super racist toward your type of, divine beings, and he's backing away down the stairs and kind of stumbling. He's like, I'm sorry, but no, and he's like, he's backing away and leaving. And Herr Dalus says, well, are you happy? And he looks around, you know, and where did I put him? Oh, still here, Ollie. That weird being then appears and starts dancing with you. Dancing next to you, anyways. And Herr Dalus has this look of exhaustion on his face, like, oh, God. gods. Well, I guess this is the end of all my journeys. We're headed down to the base of the staircase. I'll finally get to go home to Sigil. Thank you.
You're welcome?
And this thing starts like dancing, like to leave, and here Davis follows it, and they leave, and you're left with Huloth, which approaches Set, and he says, "You do not have to follow her. You
I
will be
know this.
welcome with my people."
I thank you very kindly, but I have people.
He puts his hands together and he bows to you. And he also,
Stay safe, my friend.
yeah, and he also returns to the guild. And who knows what happened to? And okay, so this it looks like this radiant light is forming this coiling path, is pointing back into the other world, like to say, you should go there.
Repeat that one more time.
There's this coiling. Whoops. Oh man. There's this coiling light coming from the door, and it comes all the way down the staircase. The same kind of like holy energy, and then it gets to the earthen mound that Titania made, and then just lays there, like to say, you need to go through here.
This looks like a path for us, Faith.
I'm gonna kind of like turn and like look at Titania and just be like, "Hey, you know how you had that really strong emotional moment where you shut the door and you can't go back and all that fun stuff? I don't think they're gonna let you have that moment still."
Well, Titania still has a choice to make. She could seal it behind you and stay here and join the guild, or she could return home. And it looks like she's made her choice. I don't know, Denise, what do you want to do? Would Titania stay, or would she go back? You could do either.
Would she need to open this back up so we can get through?
I think it's well within your all's power, considering everything.
Well, I guess obviously, like, one of the only people she had really interacted with before Faith and Seth has gone through a vortex somewhere to unknown. And I mean, I guess she would really not have much of a choice, but to go back. She doesn't really have anybody.
It's up to you. She could stay here. Like you were saying, you could make sure it stays sealed on this side. Also, where the hell did the Jabberwock go? So there's that. And we don't know. And then, or you could go home. Like, seriously, it's up to you.
Well, I think while she knows there really isn't many people left for her, I guess, here, the foe that just disappeared, could just show up out of nowhere, so she would probably stay.
Okay.
And just to be on the safe side.
All right. It's obviously well within your power to open the portal. So, do you all say anything before Faith and Set before you leave to Titania?
Eat those pippers very carefully. I'm not 100% sure which plane I got them from. And be safe. And remember that Din was a little bit of a dick every time you remember that he sacrificed himself.
The only one I traveled with that I could actually look in the eyes. I thank you for that. Be safe, my little hairy friend.
And she just waves.
All right. As you wave, you're easily within your power able to close the portal. To begin your watch over the staircase for the beast that you're not sure where it would have come from. To guard others, even though you don't get to go home. And that's where we leave Titania.
Is Set bald?
Yes.
Then once the portal is resealed, I'm gonna look at him. If I'm gonna look at it and say, hair today, and then look at him and say, gone tomorrow.
This is a fairy swamp on the other side. Why your god would have sent you here, you're not sure yet. But
I'm gonna guess probably that big, evil-looking tree guy in the middle of it.
there is a big evil-looking tree guy in the middle of it. And when you get here, let's see.
Is the swirly little light still here, or is it now gone?
It goes up to the tree, and then you don't see it. And then the tree speaks. And it says, "I have stood sentinel over these woods for thousands of years. Even my season comes to an end. I only hope you can help the new warden come into his time." And you see two paths behind this tree. You see one here and one here. He points to an opposite path. He to kind of say, pick a path. At this point, out of character, and we can look at this later, but Kevin, this would be a point to decide. This is it for Set. If he follows Faith now, he's in it. We can look at schedules and stuff like that. Or if the schedules don't work out, and you don't want to continue with Faith, he could go to that place that they were talking about. But yeah.
If I follow Faith, what's going on?
Your character at that point will definitely be in it. Will be in the campaign.
Oh, and Ross, I totally didn't understand what the arrow meant.
Arrow?
Like, I thought, yeah, like back then, I thought like we were gonna be separated anyway.
Oh.
So that's why I chose to stay here instead of going home.
Yeah, no, I think, out of character, it's still one or the other, right? Like, either Titania just goes home and then you're in the other world here, sort of, kind of. That's also complicated, but then, or she stays. So I'm not. It's not the same thing that Faith and Set are doing, if that makes sense. If that's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. So he has 2 paths behind him. The question really is, do you take the same path or do you leave and separate? And you can decide that later.
I'm sticking with him. Or her.
Which path do you take?
Well, every time we've gone to the right, it's been the wrong one. So
Now,
what do you think?
did you say, well, did you say that there was, I see 2 paths. So there's one here, obviously, and there's one here. But then did you say that he pointed to a different one?
He pointed toward this path.
Okay, well, there you go, Faith. He said the one on the right never works out. He wants us to go to the one in the center, so it's a 2 for 1. Straight
All right,
ahead.
let's go down the center, I guess. Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay. Goodness.
Okay.
Holy shit, we went to the circus.
Oh God.
We did go to the fucking circus.
I'll get back to Titania and Den in a second. Sorry, I'm getting in there. As you step through the path pointed out by the tree, you see yourself surrounded by mist and the smell of sweet things, cooked things, and it intensifies, and you get a slight feeling of wanting to dance in a place where an odd sound begins to fill the air. You're on a well-cut path with oddly shaped stones rising from the ground. Ahead of you, you hear a cacophony of joyous sounds and magical lights strung from strings with all manners of colors. You are in a carnival, and a magical one. And it's at this point that you see someone standing next to you that you do not recognize. I don't know where is Set, but you should be able to see his little token. It's the same one from before. But when you look down at your hands, you realize they also have changed, as they are now small and tiny. And that's it.
Like this?
Yeah. Okay. Real quick. A couple of things here. Well, let's go back to Titania. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make it I could see how all this is confusing. I'm confused. What is that? Yes. Okay. What? Okay. But the choice was the same. For Titania, she could either stay in the infinite staircase, or she could return home. And you can choose either.
So, out of character, either way, I was going to be leaving the party?
Sorta. Things did not go as I expected, which is always a hoot, but I did kind of expect something else to happen, but ultimately, yeah, I don't think you would have followed Faith and Set. But I did, you would not have followed them, like when the tree is like, go this way, but like, you can still go home, and that will matter. You can choose either one. You can either follow them or not. And it's up to you.
I mean, I would have followed them then.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought that, like, they were going to be going to somewhere completely different. and that it was basically the arrow was
Because it kept her out before.
yeah.
Oh, no.
So like she. Yeah. Okay.
So I assumed that it was the like, no, you're not allowed.
Oh, no. Yeah, to make it clear, like, you can go home or not. And either one is, you can choose to go through the portal if you want. Through the portal that you closed. And you can close it behind you, you can leave it open. What do you want to do?
I would close it behind me.
Okay, so you go in. Okay. When you go in, you still see the tree. This looks like home, like you have, you see a lot of similar things, but there's something that's different about it. And this tree is standing there, and it says, "Hello, my little friend." Now you know what this is. This is a treant, and and Titania would know that. But there's something really badly wrong with it. It looks like it's sick.
I would go up to it and say, "Hello, Ancient One. Are you ill?"
I am ill. Even my time comes to an end. And that is okay. And it sits down, and its arm goes like slams the ground in front of you unintentionally, just from its sheer size, and it says, "I am weary. Your friends needed to take the path onto their journey, but you can meet them on your own path." And he points to the other path.
Okay. I guess before I would, go that path. Is there anything I can do to help you so that you're not in pain?
Pain is part of our lives. I think I may miss it also when it is gone. This world is falling apart. The new warden, you may help your friends finish your quest, little one.
Her ears are down a bit. Very well. And I guess she'll go that way.
And you disappear in a fairy light. And we're not going to say what happens to Titania today. But before we end, I do want to see what happened to Den. As unexpected as all this was. Okay, Den. Here we go. Let's find out where you went to and where the thing went.
Hopefully, I survive.
Roll a d8.
All right, I can do that. Let's see, D8. Roll. I got an 8.
An 8. Oh, man. Oh, man.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. Oh, Dan. Okay. Let me figure out my thing before I do this. Okay. That's even harder and not helpful either. Look at this. Let me see this. Oh, You then find yourself appearing in a beautiful, wild, open space, and you see ruins on the other side of a river, and wide open skies, and lush green forests and mountains, and you hear the baying of animals, and certain animals that you can't identify, as you find yourself in a wide and open wilderness. And that is where you ended up. And meanwhile, in a different part of the multiverse, this happens.
But if I could, for a moment while you set all that up, there's the scene at the end of Pirates of the Caribbean, where Jack Sparrow just narrowly escapes public execution, jumps off a cliff, swims through the ocean, gets onto his ship, gets a bottle of rum, stands behind the wheel, and flips open his compass. And I like to imagine that with very similar energy, then just like gets up off the ground, brushes off his clothes, and looks remarkably chipper, and just sort of looks out from the distance and says, "All right, where's the nearest portal?"
Nice. Meanwhile, somewhere else on the prime material plane, in a sprawling metropolis city, bustling with people, all of a sudden, they hear a noise in the sky above. And as it swoops down, people begin to panic and run as people are crunched underfoot and torn and thrown up into the air and ripped apart by something that descends down upon them. And the poor people of Gunthis are now experiencing the wrath of the Jabberwock.
Well, you can't win them all.
And now Faith and Set are little kids, as far as they know. That was really hard to kind of... Y'all threw me for a loop.